Alright, so, last time we played Abzan Hero, I was not happy with the changes that I had made. I tried to wedge a bunch of Tocatli Honor Guards in and other changes to try and hedge the Dread Horde matchup, and I think those changes overall were a net negative for the archetype, so I've rolled back on most of those. One change I did stick with, Dakazoom, thank you for the 3-month resub, welcome back. One thing I did change, though, was that I am up to a 26 land tier. Someone commented on I'm down a Seraph for the scale, so I cut the 4th Seraph for a 26 land, just because, especially with 2 Memorial to Folly, I feel like this deck loses a lot more games to missing land drops than to not having enough land drops. One other card I might consider cutting is the one last remaining Oligarch. While I do like having 9 2-drops, this is the only non-foil spell in our deck, which brings great shame to our Abzan Hero household. Let's hop on into a constructed event here and see how this goes. I need info on what WotC does with the 3-net rotation. Has it been confirmed? Yeah, it's been confirmed. It's been confirmed that there will be a new format. There is 0 confirmation on what that format's going to include. Kaya's Guile is awesome. Cards like Kaya's Guile are the boosts to modal cards like Archmage's Charm and Kaya's Guile are the types of cards that fair decks need to potentially be more competitive in Modern. And I'm really excited to see Wizards making more cards like them. Nah, I think having 9 2-drops is good. Current take on Mortify in the metagame. So, Mono Red is the best deck in the format, and the good versions of Mono Red are playing 3, what's it called? They're playing 3, oh, I'm blanking. They're playing at least 3 Experimental Frenzies. I want ways to kill Frenzy. Alright. Opponent playing some kind of lifelink deck. Yes, yeah. Top 1,000 every other month qualify to play in the qualifier event. So, if I finish in the top 1,000 this month, I then won't have to worry about playing. I won't have to worry about my rank next month, which would be nice. Yeah, Kaya's Guile is great. Modal spells like that are the absolute best thing that Wizards can do for fair decks in Modern. Opponent's playing a bit of a brew here. Sometimes your first couple matches of these constructed events are against less than tiered decks. Which is actually, if you're someone who's trying to play Arena without spending a ton of money, if you're someone who's capable of getting to Mythic in a season, you will generally turn a pretty reasonable gold profit playing in a bunch of these constructed events. Because, like, if you go 2-2 in one of these events, you get your gold back plus some cards. If you go better than 2-2, you make gold. So if you're looking to farm gold to fund free to play, basically, or free-ish to play, these events are definitely a great way to do that. Watch me get, like, sell the wreckage tier after I drew 2 of my basics. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't want you to actually settle me. I just thought it would be funny. Oh. Similar HS. Thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. So keeping me around. Rip-a-rooney. Alright, let's kill this before it gets to copy their spells. I like the worst part about that is I drew 2 of my 3 basics this game too. I have 3 basics in my deck and we just like drew 2 of them.
Talk to the wall.
Whoa! They just regrow their Mirari's Conjecture. I'm pretty sure the opponent's deck is procedurally generated.
Hold the line. Give me some space.
You become my main source of MTG content on YouTube, so I wanted to show some appreciation. Well, I appreciate you stopping in to drop that off. Twitch Prime pays my bills, so thanks for dropping it in. Glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. The playing in the Arena MCQ was the single best tournament Magic experience I have ever had as a player. And it is not close. Does having 6 basics? Yes, it does. In fact, I'd encourage you to read this article from Frank Karsten about regarding mana math and how many basics or color sources you need to cast your spells consistently, essentially. It's good. Basically, I consider this article required reading for anyone that doesn't have a strong statistics background coming into Magic. If you're someone who is coming into Magic and you do have a strong statistics background, that article is basically just breaking down hypergeometric distributions. It says 4 more counters.
You can't stop nature.
You can't stop nature. I did not stream the matches I played over the weekend. I recorded them, but I'm not sure if I'm going to restream them or not yet. Maybe I will. They don't have Settle Mana up, right? So this is a good attack. Might be a little bit greedy. I think their chances of flipping this are low, though.
Someone like you.
So I'm attacking with these because I feel like this might not get settled. Is there anything you would further do to improve the Arena MCQ tournament experience? The day 2 of the tournament should be handled in client as opposed to using a third-party website. But the day 1 experience was fantastic. Having it be asynchronous was such a huge good thing to have. Alright, if they don't have another Settle the Wreckage here, they're pretty dead. And they actually, we know they guaranteed don't have a Settle, because I have double Tithe Taker right now, so it would cost them 6 to cast it. Oh, they have Primal Amulets, I suppose.
Just like before.
Alright, so if I kill both their Primal Amulets, they can't cast it. They could have another Settle, because this makes their stuff cheaper.
I won't lose more.
So let's kill both of these, and now they can't settle me because settle costs 6. I should have given this vigilance technically. I don't think it matters. I just enjoyed the gameplay patterns of the Black Red Aristocrats deck more. It felt like, overall, it allowed for more player agency because it drew more cards. I have a small addiction to drawing Magic the Gathering cards. So, My decisions tend to be biased towards things that allow me to draw more of them. Primal Amulet deck, so Duress is probably good. I didn't really see any enchantments out of them. One thing I did do last night in my match when I was playing, if you haven't pulled the list off my website when I updated it last night, the list I used to climb to top 200 on the ladder was 4 Rixmatty Reveler, and I think that's probably a reasonable upgrade. Was pretty happy having a bunch of Rixmatties in my deck. Oh, they did play Mirari Conjecture, that's true. Alright, we'll leave a couple of Mortifies in. Good suggestion. Despark also covers that, though, so I think just 2 of these is fine. I like Kaya because she exiles a bunch of tokens, which is nice, and she's a win condition eventually. Daleoon, thank you for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, Rix, you should just go to my website and click Deckless Aristocrats. There's 4 Mayhem Devils and 4 Rixmatties. Chat, the reason I keep the website updated is so you don't have to, like, come here and have me memorize things. Memorization is the lowest form of learning. It's mental masturbation. Right? Write things down and look them up later. Writing things down is busted. It's great. Ugin's just a good flexible card. It's like card advantage and also like kill target thing.
Look to see me no more.
Kaya doing exactly what we wanted her to do here by just like killing 2 tokens in a row. Ah, this non-foil forest. You are my greatest shame. Yeah, the more I played with the Aristocrats deck, the more I wanted to be a lower to the ground aggro deck, Greg, is basically what it comes down to. Phoenix is good at grinding, but grinding isn't really what the deck is looking to do. Same reason to move towards Mayhem Devil for Midnight Reaper. Although I might try a build that has Midnight Reaper and Mayhem and Judy. I'm planning to play the Black-Red deck again at the Standard Nerd Rage tournament in 2.5 weeks, so need to work out the details between now and then. And with a good ranking yesterday. I played a bunch. I played like half a dozen matches offline last night and got into the top 200. So our rank on stream was mediocre. I think we finished like 700 something. But I hit an okay streak off stream, so should hopefully be set through the end of the season. Yeah, the Mayhem Devil surprise combo kills with Bantu are A+. Yeah, I agree. Similar HS. I think I commented on that earlier and maybe you missed it. I agree that day 1 and day 2 should probably be linked. They playing like a Banafear deck maybe? Not. We didn't have any green sources in our hand to start, but we also didn't have any green spells, but it's a little awkward here that we've like drawn mono green sources or mono green spells with no green sources. Well, that's no Ketra. Probably dead here. I don't know, we're beating this start with stumbling on land drops here. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. The Black-Red Aristocrats deck has been my go-to deck for competitive play Savage. It's what I've been playing on the ladder off-stream to try and ladder up. It's what I played in the MCQ this past week, and it's what I'm probably going to play in the MCQ and 5K that I'm playing later this month. Someone else mentioned that in chat, and I commented on it, so I don't have a source for that. It just sounded like something WotC would say. Basics. The question's gonna be, can we outgrind this Oketra on the back of Vivien and Sorin and Midnight Reaper? So like next turn I'm gonna get to start plussing this Vivien, so like maybe Vivien stringing us through 2 cards a turn will be enough, and like Seraph and Midnight Reaper and other stuff like that will be okay there. The fact they have these cantrips to get back to the sooner has been real awkward for us, too. Vanafear here? Sure. See these 2 attack Sorin, I assume. And double block here, I get to draw a card and take this 4/4 out of play. Probably dead here. Because if I hit a removal spell and get my Seraph back, maybe we can stabilize, but the Oketra is going to be a tough nut to grind through. Neoform giving them more access to Oketra is really sweet. Vomit. Alright, so we're done here. Feels pretty done here. My website is listed under the stream. It's listed in the stream information. It also is the very complicated URL of jeffhoagland.com. So, Tithe Taker seems like its effect's not very impactful and it gets outclassed. Same thing with Imperious Oligarch. It didn't look like they had too many enchantments for this. Othakaya probably kills enough. They didn't look like they had any Planeswalkers. They have Neoform, but that's not enough reason to just bring in Duress. Sorin's okay. So, like, Sorin helps us race, and he rebuys our creatures after they trade off in combat, which is nice. Or not. Never see land 3/4 and die. But I mean, if we get to go like 3, 4, 5, 6, we're gonna be real happy with this hand. It does, in fact, copy the death trigger. Hey, Morgan. Thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Gosh, we're so lucky, chat. Drew our 3rd land on curve. Bugler boy. That's sweet. That Neo forms into Ketra too, huh? Volpert. Thank you for the 12 months of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Johnny Chia! Oh, yeah, Neoform's only +1, right? You're super right.
Not welcome here anymore.
You're super right. I was thinking, Eldritch Evolution. We were just playing Modern. Had Evolution on the brain. Thank you for the correction. I would love to block and get to draw a card, because I am missing land drops. This is how Magic the Gathering works. Ewok Slayer, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I posted a preview of my Black Red Aristocrats primer article in the subscriber Discord earlier this morning before I signed on. So if you join up on there and click the article previews channel, there is a Google Docs link there. Yeah, 26 lands later, I added the one change I made from the previous iteration was I added the 26 land today. I'm gonna open the door behind me, get a little bit of air in here. The kids aren't here today. My oldest is 5 and Declan is 4. You have the unlucky 26. Great, put lethal in the play. Go.
Our future.
Thanks for the link there, K9. Yep. As always, if you're wondering, has Jeff played something? The YouTube channel is a great source for being able to find that out, along with my website. We've played 4-Color Dreadhorde twice, and we've played, so I played 4-Color Dreadhorde twice, and we've played, Sultai Dreadhorde once. It is, Wunk. That's definitely the most competitive deck list that's held my attention the longest this season. Arc of Orzhov. That's one I haven't seen in a while. Colorless Lands archetype have mostly been replaced by Blaststone at this point. Yeah, we played some Narset's Reversal in the Sultai deck we played yesterday. Reversal's good against both Nexus and Command the Dreadhorde. Yeah, Callous Dismissal is usually the win condition in the opponent's deck. Yeah, the archetype, the 4-color deck felt really clunky overall. Just too many games where, like, I had lands but couldn't cast my spells. 5-color Niv yesterday was a lot of fun. It was actually one of the decks I picked as the deck of the day for yesterday's stream. Hey, Furkawari, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Well, this is the part where we don't get another turn.
Come to me.
It's just how this game works. So post board, these will be like Desparks and other cards that interact with my opponent instead of just like clunky 5-drops. But alas, in game 1 we just die because we have clunky 5-drops. Yeah, 3 to 4 sounds about right, Wunk. The deck had like 30 hits in it.
No tail should be discarded.
I can't see the timer anymore. Is that normal? Well, the timer's only displayed if you mouse over it, and the way I have my overlay elements enabled, they even when I mouse over it, it's going to be blocked for you watching my stream at home. Awesome, Wari. Yeah, deck's a lot of fun. If they take an extra turn this turn, I'm going to concede. Once your opponent has a flip search risk, cancel a Wilderness Reclamation out, you generally are no longer going to get another turn. You have to mouse over APR. You have to mouse over the hourglass. If you put your mouse over the hourglass, an exact timer pops up. Otherwise, it doesn't display the exact timer until you're much later. Okay, that's not taking an extra turn. I mean, they're dead on board, so if they don't take a turn, we get to kill them. That's pretty clean in and out. Cut all of our clunky top end that doesn't attack and doesn't interact with their enchantments. Seems reasonable. Wonder if I want 2 Elderspells and only 2 Vraska Golgari Queens. Ugin's probably too slow. I'm gonna bring in 2 Elderspells. Killing Tamiyo is pretty important. Should it just be a Command the Dreadhorde? There's 2 Sorin in the deck, so I'm assuming reanimating stuff is wanted. Yeah, I saw, I was watching Shahar Shenhar stream a little bit last night, and he had Dreadhorde in his Esper hero deck, and that seemed very reasonable. I mean, the answer, Cruels, is that people play Magic for more reasons than just wanting to win. People play Magic for fun, and I know a lot of people have a very large amount of hate for playing against the Nexus deck, but there's a lot of people that also really enjoy playing that style of deck. That's why Wizards puts it into their Magic formats. There is a channel called Article Previews. It's under the stream-related category. Sure, seems really good. It's got a discard spell into 2-drop, into 3-drop, into a Mortify to kill an enchantment. You never forget, fun is zero-sum. So if you are having all the fun by casting Nexus of Fate, your opponent is having none of it. I think Tamiyo is actually better than Teferi here. Morning, dude. So I'm actually going to give them a churn with their Search for Azcanta, because obviously it's nowhere near flipping. I'd like to put 5 power into play so I can get attacking ASAP. Did they shock to be able to play Revitalize on my turn? Seems like a weird decision, instead of just like putting it into play tapped and playing Revitalize on their turn. This is one of the nice things about Mortify here, is we get to go ahead and be able to kill their creatures when they pivot plans post-board, which is nice. At some point I would like to draw a spell, but in the meantime we're at least ahead in this match of Magic. In this game, sorry.
Every story is an opportunity for new data. I think you will find my notes helpful.
It's really unfortunate here that I can't kill this Tamiyo. Where were you last turn so I could just have lethal? I think I'm just supposed to put them to 1. It's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. The problem is, like, now they get to flip their Azcanta, and, like, they get a draw step, it has Canto Look, it has Canto Activation and Tamiyo, plus to find Root Snare. So you get 10 looks at Root Snare here.
No, I noted this somewhere.
The political dark place is A+ and why I keep subbing. I'm here to deliver, Hums. Really? I wonder if they boarded out Root Snare. They have to trim something to bring in all these creatures, right? We were talking about Discord earlier. For those of you that are wondering what the political dark place is, that's another channel in the subs Discord. Snare me, daddy. Oh, it's such a rancid experience.
Would you let no one knows the wilds like I do?
I assume we're dead at this point. We just needed another spell earlier. Needed just a little bit more pressure to get us across the finish line and just didn't have it soon enough. A couple too many lands after our initial keep. I mean, seeing what's there doesn't really matter. We're not going to get another turn. Or we're not going to get another turn with the combat step at the very least. Like they literally have Tamiyo here. Like we're getting fogged the next 2 turns. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, it feels bad because, like, this deck's kind of been my baby for a little while now, and, like, I'll probably play it if someone really wants to donate for it, but, like, there's a reason why I didn't play this deck in ranked today. As the rest of the format's gotten efficient and figured out their mid-range stuff, what the other mid-range and control decks are doing just from an ultimate power level perspective feels like it's just a lot more powerful than what this deck is capable of producing. So I think I'm gonna pull this one off the website, and so it's no longer on my list of recommended things. Just as the formats ebb and change, things get better and worse, and this is one of the things that really feels like it's gotten much worse. Even your matchups previously like Nexus are just like not good enough to offset the matches that are hard.